Do you want to know why some are unlocking inheritance at divine speed while others remain stuck? Then stay with me, your Savior, your Redeemer, your soon-coming King. I am not calling you to scroll past this word. I am calling you to sit, to listen, to receive, to be marked. I am about to reveal a hidden code of heaven. It is my wealth timing code. It is tied to my movement, my pattern, my appointment. And yes, this is why I'm waking many up at 11:11, because my builders are rising. And those who understand this timing, this covenant moment, this divine window, they are receiving inheritance faster than ever before. Don't miss this. I urge you, clear your distractions. This is not another message. This is the key that unlocks your delay. I am speaking today to those I've called to build, fund, steward, and release wealth through the kingdom of God. I am speaking to you. Say it out loud right now. I receive Jesus' wealth timing revelation. There is a divine acceleration happening in the spirit realm. It is not random. It is not luck. It is not trend. It is timing. My timing. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says there is a time for everything under heaven. And my child, this is the time for the wealth of the righteous to be released and repositioned. You have been asking why doors seemed closed, why opportunities were delayed, why your efforts looked buried. But now, I reveal this. It wasn't failure. It was timing. You were not out of alignment. You were being positioned for Kairos, the divine moment of release. And now you're seeing 11:11, not as superstition, but as activation, as alignment. Deuteronomy 11:11 speaks of a land of hills and valleys that drinks from the rain of heaven. This is not just natural geography. This is spiritual prophecy. I am watering what you've planted in faith. And you, my child, are about to step into the season of my supernatural rain. Inheritance rain, resource rain, revelation rain. Say it now. Say it loud. I am receiving heaven's rain. This is not for everyone. This is for the remnant who stayed faithful when it looked like nothing was moving. This is for the 11:11 builder, the one who wakes up when others sleep, the one who weeps in secret but still sows in public, the one who believed in my instruction even when the crowd mocked it. This is for you. You have cried, Lord, why is it taking so long? But I say to you now, inheritance is not delayed, it's being accelerated for the prepared. And many are being passed over not because I don't love them, but because they refuse to build. They want blessing without blueprint. But you, yes you, have stewarded the blueprint I gave. You've taken steps even when unsure. You've listened when no one applauded. And now I call you, builder, rise. Genesis 12:2 says, I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. This is my covenant with Abraham, and it is yours by inheritance. You are not waiting on permission, you are walking in covenant, and I, the Lord, never break my covenant. But there's more. I'm revealing to you how to move with me in this hour, because timing without obedience still leads to missed doors. The 11:11 window opens, but you must step through, bold, focused, unshaken. There is no more time to second guess. You are not too late. You are not underqualified. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, marked, appointed. The heavens are declaring it. The earth is groaning for it. It's time. Say this now, right where you are. I step into my appointed time. You've asked, Lord, where is the resource? And I say it's already been released. but it's waiting on your agreement, your motion, your movement, your faith. This is why I told Joshua to march around Jericho. It wasn't about the shouting, it was about the timing. It wasn't about the strength, it was about obedience. And when the appointed time came, the walls fell. So shall it be for you. Your financial walls are coming down. Your generational blocks are breaking. Your spiritual gates are opening. You are not stuck. You are standing on the edge of divine wealth transfer. And you must build when I say build. Sow when I say sow. Move when I say move. Now hear me clearly, child. If this word is piercing your spirit, this is your confirmation. Like this message right now as a step of obedience. It may feel small, but small acts of faith release multiplied blessings. And if you know that what's been spoken here is not from man but from the throne of grace, then I invite you to move in another way. Support this ministry with a super thanks of $111 to support the ministry. This message has reached you because of a united team walking in obedience. It requires faith, time, intercession, and labor to carry my voice to the nations. Your seed doesn't buy a blessing. It aligns you with the altar that is feeding your future. If I lead you, sow. If I stir you, don't delay. Move. Declare it with boldness. I am an 1111 builder in alignment. Child, what I'm about to reveal is not just a message, it is a mantle. And mantles are not picked up casually. They are received in reverence. I am placing on you the weight of Joseph, the strategy of Nehemiah, the courage of Esther, and the faith of Abraham, all flowing through the mantle of wealth with divine timing. This is your moment of divine synchronization. When you walk with me, you don't just move in opportunity, you move in order. My order releases overflow. My instruction releases increase. My alignment releases acceleration. And now I am calling you to synchronize your faith with my movement. Say it out loud. I am in God's order. The world teaches hustle. I teach rhythm. The world teaches competition. I teach calling. You are not in a race with them. You are walking in time with me. And when you step in rhythm with me, doors open without striving. Provision locates you without panic. Favor surrounds you without explanation. Because I am your provider. Look at Genesis 22. Abraham obeyed me with his son Isaac, and just before the sacrifice he discovered the ram caught in the thicket. Provision had already been placed, but it was revealed through obedience. So it is with you. What you need has already been appointed, but it will not be seen until you walk in obedience. Declare this. My ram is in the thicket, I will see it in obedience. There is a system I am dismantling in your life, a system of scarcity thinking. It tells you that you must always save, hoard, strive, and guard. But I am giving you a kingdom mindset, one that walks boldly, sows freely, and builds when others doubt. 1111 is not just a number. It is a divine code of commissioning. Builders are being commissioned again. This is not just prophetic timing. It is prophetic transaction. When you see 1111, you're being reminded. It's time to step into divine work. Say it now. I am commissioned to build. And when you build with me, I give you not only resource but revelation. I give you plans others can't explain. I give you partnerships others cannot sabotage. I give you land, influence, insight, and peace, because I trust you to hold what others mishandled. This is why your waiting season felt so long. I was testing what could be trusted. I was pruning what would choke your progress. I was stripping away voices that couldn't go where I am taking you. But now, I am releasing the green light. Move forward, say it clearly, I'm moving with Jesus. There are properties being transferred. There are books being written. There are businesses being born. There are ministries being mobilized. And it's all happening through those who say yes, not just to me, but to my timing. I am raising up 1111 visionaries, those who see beyond the now and build for generations, and you are one of them. The world is shaking, but my economy is secure. The markets may crash, but my word stands. Your employer may change, but I do not. Your favor does not come from man. It comes from me. Your increase is not tied to inflation. It is tied to my instruction. Declare this now. My source is the Lord, I am secure. My wealth timing code is moving fast now. Don't delay. Don't shrink. Don't talk yourself out of the opportunity. If I put it in front of you, I've already gone ahead. If I told you to build it, I've already sent the supply. If I called you to move, I've already marked the land. But you must believe, and you must respond. Many miss inheritance because they want confirmation more than they want me. But I am calling a remnant who hears my whisper and moves, who doesn't need a crowd, who doesn't wait for consensus, who trusts my voice above all. You are that remnant. Say it bold. I trust his voice above all. And now I place within you a new courage, kingdom boldness. You won't hesitate anymore. You won't second guess. You won't look for permission from people who don't carry your call. You will build, sow, give, go, and speak like one who knows the King of Glory. Because you do. This is your appointed season, not in 5 years, not when it feels better, not when the savings account is full. Now, because I am moving now, and you must move with me. And as you do, know this. Those who obey my instructions release legacy. This is not about personal gain. It's about generational impact. It's about redeeming timelines. It's about activating dormant wells. You are not called to fit in. You are called to change the flow. Say it and believe it. I am changing the flow of my generation. If you feel this word surging in your spirit, don't hold back. Like this message now. Let it be your shout of agreement. You are saying to heaven, I receive. I believe. I walk in it. There is still more to release. I'm not finished yet. The next wave will uncover how I shift wealth into the hands of those who obey prophetic instructions, and how missed moments lead to missed mantles. Child, I am still speaking, and I want you to grasp this with all your spirit. Inheritance moves at the speed of obedience. You are not waiting on heaven. Heaven is waiting on your yes. You are not stuck. You are being synchronized with my movement. You are not blocked. You are being unlocked. My kingdom timing is exact. I have never been late. I have never made a mistake. Every moment I withheld was mercy. Every moment I delayed was development. And now, the delay is lifting for the faithful. For those who kept praying when it looked like nothing was working. For those who kept building even when the bricks were heavy and their strength felt weak. You've been aligned with 1111 because I've marked you for prophetic precision, and I want you to know this. Timing is my greatest tool, and when my timing meets your obedience, miracles don't just happen, they multiply. Say this out loud. I align my timing with heaven's flow. There are many who saw the same window you're seeing now, but they waited. They hesitated. They calculated instead of consecrated. And while I loved them, they missed their moment. Not because I was unfair, but because I honor movement. I honor risk when it's rooted in trust. Then yes, you are being called to move, and you've asked me, Lord, when will my promise come? But I ask you now, when will you move like it already has? Faith doesn't wait for the perfect season. Faith creates the season. Genesis 26 shows Isaac sowing in famine and reaping 100-fold that same year. Not because the land was great, but because his faith was. He didn't wait for rain. He didn't wait for crowds. He sowed into what looked like a drought, and I turned it into overflow. So shall it be for you. Say this right now. I will sow even in famine. I am breaking the lie that says you have to wait until conditions are perfect. No, what you need is already in your hands. The oil, the idea, the strategy, the grace, it's already there. What you need next is movement. I don't multiply what you plan. I multiply what you place, what you release. The widow in 2 Kings 4 had only a jar of oil, but she obeyed and began pouring. She didn't wait to see if the first jar would fill. She trusted, and the flow continued until every vessel was filled. That is the rhythm of overflow. Pour, and I will keep pouring. You've been holding back, waiting for confirmation, waiting for clarity. But the oil flows when you move. The increase comes after the action. Your breakthrough is not waiting in the future. It's waiting in your motion. Say it boldly now. My miracle is in my movement. And now I turn your attention to another truth. Who you walk with matters. There are people in your circle right now who are draining your faith, who mock your vision, who delay your obedience by feeding your doubt. But I am calling you to protect your prophetic path. Abraham had to separate from Lot before he saw the full vision. Genesis 13:14 says, After Lot had separated from him, the Lord said to Abram, Lift up your eyes. There are some voices you must let go of before your eyes can truly open. You cannot carry covenant and compromise in the same tent. I am pruning your circle because I am preparing your table. Declare this. I choose alignment over approval. You will not miss this hour because of misplaced loyalty. You will not miss your moment because of relational fear. I will give you the strength to walk away from what no longer carries your next. And I will send you builders, prophetic partners, kingdom allies, people who carry hammers, not just opinions, people who speak life, not limit. This is how my wealth timing code flows through clean hearts and clear hands. That's why I've been refining you. That's why you've been in the fire. Not to destroy you, but to prepare you. Because what I place in your life next requires integrity. It requires capacity. It requires faith. You are no longer building for survival. You are building for succession. You are laying foundations for those who will come after you, for sons and daughters you've yet to meet, for communities that are desperate for light. I'm putting land in your name not just to elevate you, but to house my glory. I'm releasing ideas not just to prosper you, but to shift industries. I'm marking your voice not just to grow platforms, but to set captives free. This is kingdom, say it now. I am building for legacy, not likes. There is a flood of financial favor coming to the faithful right now. But I am testing hearts. Can I trust you to build what's holy? Can I trust you to walk in purity? Can I trust you to give without needing credit? To go where I send you? To pour into others without competition? This is why many are being passed over. They want influence without intimacy. They want wealth without worship. They want increase without intercession. But you, my 1111 builder, you've chosen the secret place. You've chosen to obey. And now, I am choosing to release. Say it and believe it. I am trusted for release. I will not allow your past to disqualify you. Your failure is not final. Your detours are being rerouted. Your missed years are being redeemed. I am restoring what the locusts ate. I am renewing what the enemy delayed. I am reviving what your fear buried. This is your resurrection hour. If this word is confirming what's stirring inside you, like this message now, don't delay, don't hesitate. Let it be your moment of alignment, your action of agreement, and prepare your heart for what comes next. The revelation will go deeper, the flow will get stronger, and the timing code will begin manifesting in your personal life. Now listen, child. The reason I have brought you to this point is because I am about to shift the lens through which you view increase. I am opening your understanding of how wealth flows in my kingdom, not as luck, not as human manipulation, but as covenant transfer. And that transfer is already in motion. I don't move money, I move mandates. When you align with your kingdom assignment, the resources follow. When you agree with heaven, the inheritance responds. And that's what's happening now with my 1111 builders. They are unlocking what others lost. Not because they are more gifted, but because they are more aligned. Say it with faith. I align with my kingdom mandate. I did not give you your ideas for decoration. I gave them for execution. I whispered blueprints in the midnight hour because I trust you. I gave you revelation not for entertainment, but for movement. What you carry will not be common. What I place in your hands will not make sense to the systems of this world, but it will build my kingdom. Look to Noah. He was told to build something no one had seen for a storm, no one believed was coming. Yet, he moved, and that movement saved his bloodline and became the symbol of preservation for generations. Your obedience now is not small. It is saving something you don't even know needs saving. Say this boldly. My yes today protects generations tomorrow. This is the pattern. I reveal. I test. I trust. I release. And when you prove faithful in the quiet, I release you in the public, but not for fame, for fulfillment. I will fulfill what I spoke over you. I will complete what I began in you, and you will see it with your eyes, not just hear it with your ears. Psalm 27:13 says, I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. That is your word. You will not just survive, you will thrive. You will not just dream, you will deliver. You will not just carry vision, you will walk in provision. But I must remind you, provision is not always packaged the way you expect. I might send you a widow instead of a wealthy man. I might send you a manger instead of a throne. I might speak through a child instead of a scholar. Don't miss your divine supply because it's wearing unexpected clothing. This is a season of divine recognition. Declare it now. I recognize my divine supply. I am opening your eyes to see the contracts, the connections, the collaborations. They're already around you. But I am clearing your sight. You will see opportunity where others only saw opposition. You will see access where others only saw closed doors. You will see timing where others only saw delay, because you are walking in wisdom. Proverbs 8:18 says, "With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity." Wisdom is wealth, and I am increasing your wisdom now, not just to receive wealth, but to multiply it, to manage it, to release it. You will not mismanage what I'm giving. You will not squander what I'm entrusting. You will be known as one who handles kingdom resources with reverence. Say it now. I am a trusted steward. This is why I've allowed pressure to prepare you. You thought the trials were punishment, but they were positioning. You thought the silence was rejection, but it was refinement. I never stopped watching. I never stopped speaking. I never stopped covering you. And now I am releasing clarity over your finances, over your household, over your purpose. You will not doubt your next step. You will not second-guess your direction. The fog is lifting. The confusion is breaking. You are stepping into prophetic precision. I am aligning your calendar with my kairos. Your schedule will match your season. Your strategy will match your assignment. You will no longer walk in circles. You will move in straight paths. Say it with conviction. My time is in His hands. You must also know this. Wealth in the kingdom is never hoarded. It's hosted. I bless you to bless others. I pour into you so you can become the answer to someone's prayer. The reason I've entrusted you with these ideas, these resources, this message, is because I've called you to be a channel, not a container. Say this boldly. I am a channel for kingdom flow. Don't withhold what I've asked you to release, whether it's an encouraging word, a seed, a prayer, or a prophetic act. When you move in faith, you unlock floodgates. What looks like a small act to you is a spiritual key in my kingdom. And yes, some will criticize your obedience, some will not understand your giving, your building, your prophetic declarations. But I didn't call them. I called you. They weren't in the prayer room when I gave you the blueprint. Don't explain your calling to people I never invited to your altar. Say this now with power. I will obey God above man. And child, you will not do this alone. I am surrounding you with kingdom investors, those who believe in vision, not just return. I'm sending intercessors who pray behind the scenes. I'm connecting you to builders who are not intimidated by your favor, but sharpened by your fire. This is not just your rise, this is your roll call. You were born for this hour. You were chosen for this moment. The reason the battle was fierce is because the mantle is weighty. But you are ready. You are strong. You are anointed. And you are moving in my timing. Like this video now, if you know this word is for you, let it be your divine yes, your faith marker, your alignment moment. You've walked long enough with questions. Now I'm giving you clarity. Not the kind that comes from logic, but the kind that comes from the Spirit. What's been clouded is now clearing. What's been delayed is now descending. I am not only speaking. I am delivering. You've heard me in the quiet. You've believed when nothing moved. And now I say, look again. Look at what I promised. Look at what I positioned. Look at what you thought was buried. It's blooming. Isaiah 43:19 declares, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? And child, what's springing forth is not behind you, it's before you. That's why I called you higher. That's why I broke the patterns. That's why I interrupted your schedule. Because the old season couldn't hold this level of overflow. Say it now. I am walking into the new. But the new demands new habits. You can't carry overflow with an old oil routine. You can't manage kingdom resources with a mindset of fear. You must become the vessel that matches the vision. That's why I'm renewing your disciplines. Your prayer life is coming alive again. Your giving is being refined. Your structure is becoming sanctified. This is not cosmetic change. It's a complete reset. The 1111 builders I am raising are not building for show. They are building for fire, for glory, for generations. What you're building must withstand storms, not just trends. Say it loud. I build with heaven's blueprint. I am releasing resources through your revelation, and that means everything I've shown you in secret is about to attract favor in public. Not because of performance, but because of purity. I trust you, and what I trust I promote. You've been the hidden one, the intercessor behind closed doors, the giver no one noticed, the planner who never complained. But I noticed, and now I reward. Hebrews 6:10 says, God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love you have shown him as you have helped his people and continue to help them. I have not forgotten you, and I saw the late nights of planning. I heard the whispered prayers of surrender. I watched you give when it didn't make sense. And I have written your name into this movement. That's why the doors are about to open that no man can shut. That's why strangers will begin to bless what you've birthed. That's why supernatural acceleration will follow your faith steps. Say it now with boldness. Supernatural acceleration is my portion. I will bless your hands, I will strengthen your voice, I will stabilize your systems. You are not stepping into chaos, you are stepping into kingdom order. But remember, order attracts overflow. Don't despise my correction. It prepares you to hold what I'm about to release. If I remove someone, it's for protection. If I close a door, it's to reroute you to the right gate. My no is just as holy as my yes. And I give both because I love you. So stand in alignment even when it costs you convenience. Walk in truth, even when it separates you from comfort. I have not called you to blend in. I have called you to build above. And now I ask you, if this message has reached your spirit deeply, if you know I am speaking through these words, then sow into what you've received. Support this ministry with a super thanks of $111 to support the ministry. This is not charity. It is covenant. What you are sowing into has been birthed through fire, prayer, fasting, editing, spiritual warfare, and prophetic obedience by a united team serving me together. Your seed fuels the voice I've entrusted to reach many. If I lead you, obey. If I confirm it in your spirit, act. Your obedience activates someone else's breakthrough. Now return your eyes to me. You're not building a brand. You're building a bridge. A way for others to encounter my kingdom through your business, your ministry, your obedience. This is legacy. And legacy doesn't begin when you die. It begins when you decide to live for something eternal. Psalm 112, 2-3 says, His descendants will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed. Wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endures forever. That is the reward of the obedient builder, of the 1111 steward. Say this, I am the beginning of generational blessing. Now receive my peace. I see your heart racing. I know you've been under pressure. I know the deadlines have felt impossible. But I say to you, rest. I will finish what I've started. I will handle what's heavy. I will guide what you've submitted. You are not alone in the blueprint. I am the builder. I am the architect. I am the finisher. Child, lean in. There is more I must show you. Because wealth in my kingdom is never about accumulation. It is always about assignment. I do not raise up builders to store. I raise them to distribute. I give you more so that through you, others may live. And I've called you, not just to receive wealth, but to redirect it, to assign it, to place it where heaven has need. You've seen the world mishandle resources. You've watched systems manipulate the poor and elevate the proud. But I am flipping the tables. I am reassigning what was stolen. And I am doing it through those who have clean hands and humble hearts. Say this now with fire. I am a kingdom distributor. My wealth timing code is not only about increase, it is about impact. I don't pour where I won't be glorified. I don't release where I won't be reverenced. You must understand. Favor and finance walk with reverence, and that's why you've been purified. That's why I've taken you through seasons where everything had to be stripped down. Not to punish, but to protect. Because I am building a vessel that can carry the weight of responsibility without collapsing under pride. You've been asking me, Lord, am I ready for more? And I ask you, are you ready to carry it for my glory? Luke 16:10 says, He who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. And I've seen your stewardship in the small. That's why I'm increasing your access. Not because you've arrived, but because you've been aligned. You've proven you won't use it for ego. You've proven you'll sow when others hoard. You've proven that I can whisper and you'll move. This is wealth timing, and this is the divine economy in motion. Say this boldly. I have been found faithful. But listen now. I am raising up justice through you. Yes, through you. The world has built systems of inequality. But I am calling you to build altars of equity, not political movements, prophetic movements, movements that establish food banks, schools, restoration centers, safe houses, creative hubs, and deliverance outposts. You are not just a receiver, you are a releaser of righteousness. That's why I'm giving you more than money, I'm giving you authority. You will carry influence in rooms you didn't apply to enter. You'll sit on boards, launch ventures, and speak into decisions that shift entire industries. Because my justice will not ride on politicians, it will ride on builders like you. Say it strong. I carry Jesus' justice. The systems of this world are trembling. Markets are fragile. But those who walk in my economy shall not be shaken. Psalm 37:18-19 declares, The blameless spend their days under the Lord's care. In times of disaster they will not wither. In days of famine they will enjoy plenty. You will enjoy plenty. Even when others are scaling back, you'll be expanding. Even when others are withholding, you'll be outpouring. Because you are connected to kingdom circulation, not economic manipulation. You're being called higher. So higher you must rise. Your conversations must rise, and your associations must rise, your atmosphere must rise, your standard must rise. Because I am placing a mantle on you that is not casual, it is royal. And with royalty comes responsibility. You must guard your tongue. Guard your time. Guard your territory. The enemy cannot steal what you watch over. Say this. I will guard what God has given. And I want you to know. I see the battles you've endured, the warfare that came out of nowhere, the fatigue that hit your soul, the doubt that tried to creep in while you were doing everything right. That wasn't punishment, it was pressure to prepare you for promotion. Pressure always precedes release. You are about to be released into a new flow of inheritance visibility. I've hidden your work long enough. Now I will broadcast what you've built in faith. Not for applause, but for alignment. Others will find me through your projects. Others will find purpose through your systems. Others will encounter my glory through your creativity. Say this in faith. My obedience is multiplying souls. You've been waiting for wealth, but I've been waiting for maturity. And now that I see your heart is fully mine, I will pour, I will favor, I will accelerate, I will break delay, I will open doors that defy logic. And when I do, walk through them boldly. Do not apologize for favor. Do not minimize the miracles. Do not downplay the breakthrough, because it wasn't man who gave it, it was me. Say it boldly. Everything I have came from Jesus. Now, like this message, if you know I am speaking to you, it is not hype. It is heaven. It is not fluff. It is fire. And when you act in agreement, you give the enemy no foothold. Prepare yourself. In the next part, I will bring you into a prophetic revelation of holy multiplication, how I stretch what others waste, and how the flow of 1111 creates cycles of overflow that never dry. Child, what I am releasing next will not only come quickly, it will come multiplied. I am a God of multiplication. I do not bless you with addition. I bless you in compound overflow. What you placed in my hands in faith, I now return pressed down, shaken together, and running over. But you must understand, I multiply what is surrendered. Your seed in your own hand remains limited, but when placed in my hand, it becomes legacy. Look again at the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. He did not withhold. He did not ask questions. He did not calculate whether it was enough. He gave, and I multiplied. Not just enough to feed a few, but enough to feed thousands. And still there were baskets left over. That's the kind of God I am. Say it boldly. I am walking in Jesus-style multiplication. But don't mistake this multiplication as reward for perfection. It is the reward for obedience. I am not calling the qualified. I am qualifying the called. And I've called you, even with your flaws, even with your fears. Because you said yes. Because you stayed faithful. Now I breathe upon what's in your hand, your idea. Breathed on. Your land. Blessed. Your accounts. Accelerating. Your business expanding. Your voice rising. You are not being pushed forward by man, you are being pulled by my spirit. This is spiritual velocity, where doors open faster, contracts align quicker, favor finds you suddenly. And all of it, rooted in the timing code I've embedded in this hour. Say it now. I receive spiritual velocity. Do not let anyone talk you out of what I am doing. There will be those who try to reduce it to chance, to luck, to algorithmi. But this is not random. This is prophetic alignment. You are an 1111 builder because you carry blueprints others never saw. You are birthing visions others couldn't carry. You are stepping into territory others abandoned. And what I am placing in your life will multiply, not because of your effort alone, but because of your willingness to flow with me. Psalm 115:14 declares, May the Lord cause you to flourish, both you and your children. Flourish, that's not a moment, it's a rhythm. I am bringing you into a flourishing flow, one where every step is ordered and every act is productive. No more wasted effort, no more toiling without results, no more spiritual drought. Say this now with conviction. I flourish in God's timing, and you must understand this. Flourishing in my kingdom is about reproduction. I bless what multiplies, and what multiplies must be seeded, watered, and stewarded. I've given you something fertile, a word, a vision, a blueprint. Don't bury it under doubt. Don't abandon it because it looks small. Nurture it, speak over it, write it, build it, launch it, announce it, sow into it. I breathe on what you honor. I increase what you prepare for. I grow what you guard, and you are in your window of rapid multiplication, a window the enemy has tried desperately to distract you from. But you must not look back now, not to old ways, not to old cycles, not to old patterns, because this next harvest will not be small, it will be exponential. Say it now. I am ready for exponential harvest. But hear me, multiplication is not just about resources, it's about reach. You will reach more people than you've ever imagined. Your voice will travel into places you've never stepped. Your impact will multiply through obedience, not influence. I will take your little and make it loud. I will use your simple to shake the systems. I will place your oil in empty jars and fill households with my glory. That is the economy of heaven. That is the rhythm of 11:11. That is your inheritance. Say this boldly. My impact is multiplying in Jesus' name. Let me now prepare your heart for the next part. I will soon release a divine charge, a prophetic release, for those who feel my fire and are ready to carry the weight of this wealth timing anointing. I will also share the final super thanks invitation with those who are stirred to sow into this altar. Like this word now if you are in agreement. Your act of faith is part of your multiplication flow. Child, we are entering a sacred chamber now, a place where few walk, a dimension reserved for those who not only believe but build, for those who don't just pray, but produce, for those who hear my instruction and move with no delay. I am about to place a crown of covenant confirmation upon you. You have stood the tests. You have walked through the fire. You have laid down your own timeline. You have sacrificed comfort, popularity, convenience, and applause, and I have seen every unseen yes. I have heard every groaning prayer. I have marked every tear. Now I mark you with fulfillment. Say it now. I receive covenant confirmation. This is the place where you begin to see what your spirit has long carried. The blueprints in your belly will become buildings. The visions in your dreams will become real-world ventures. The seeds you planted when no one was watching will now rise. And I say to you, it will not come slow. The moment you step through this final threshold of obedience, I will release what others called impossible. I will favor what others laughed at. I will bless what others ignored. Isaiah 60:22 says, "The least of you will become 1,000, the smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord. In its time, I will do this swiftly." Swiftly, child, swiftly. Say it boldly. God is moving swiftly in my life. And now I ask you, are you ready to carry this weight? Because this isn't just about doors, this is about distribution. I am giving you responsibility for souls. I am placing influence in your hands so you can mobilize glory, not gain. This movement is not to make your name great. It is to make my presence known. You will raise up teams, you will build systems, you will fund ministries, you will heal the land, you will prophesy in boardrooms, you will write the books, you will activate other builders. And through you, I will make my wealth timing plan visible in the earth. But don't carry this alone. Stay yoked to me. Stay filled with my spirit. Stay humble before my word. And if this word has become fire in your bones, if you feel my spirit confirming this is holy ground, then I ask you now, support our ministry with super thanks of $111 to support the ministry. Not out of emotion, but out of covenant. This is not a tip. It is a seed into unity, a seed into movement, a seed into the ongoing creation of prophetic prayer warfare content that is awakening destinies. This ministry is not run by one. It is built by many. Coordinated prayer, fasting, writing, editing, production, publishing, none of it is random. Every part requires surrender, obedience, and strength. When you give, you're not paying for prophecy, you're partnering with heaven. If you feel led, act. If I'm stirring your spirit, obey. And as you do, I will release increase into areas you didn't even know were blocked. Say this in faith: I sow in covenant, I reap in divine timing. Child, you are not just being resourced for yourself. You are becoming a fountain of revelation, a fountain of restoration, a fountain of funding, a fountain of courage, and a fountain of breakthrough. Every place you've walked in loss shall now overflow with legacy. Every place you've been mocked shall now be marked by miracles. Every step you've taken in faith is returning in harvest. Psalm 126:5 says, "Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy." Your tears were not wasted. Your warfare was not random. Your delay was not denial. Your sowing was not unnoticed. Say this aloud: my harvest is returning as song. And it will not just return to you, it will return to your household, to your children, to your parents, to your staff, to your city. What I do through you will be multi-layered. You are not just receiving a deposit, you are birthing a dynasty. But stay near to me. Do not be distracted by new open doors. Do not compromise when influence arrives. Do not water down your oil for the applause of man. Because I am about to place you on a lampstand, not for attention but for impact. And as I do, shine. Shine without apology. Shine without fear. Shine with the boldness of one who knows the wealth of heaven follows the instruction of God. Now, like this message if you feel it is sealing what God is doing in you. Let your click be a roar to the spirit realm. I agree. I align. I arise. You've walked with me from revelation to blueprint, from fire to formation, from wilderness to window. And now I say, take the inheritance. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, because what I am releasing is not a maybe, it is a mandate. You are not entering a season. You are entering a supernatural shift where everything begins to flow according to my covenant. You are stepping into a fulfillment window. The promises I gave you years ago, the visions I whispered in tears, the prayers your mother and grandmother sowed in silence, they are converging now. Say it boldly: I take my covenant inheritance. What once seemed out of reach is now in motion. I am bringing you full circle, not back to where you started, but forward into what was prophesied. Full circle doesn't mean repeat. It means redemption, restoration, return to rightful order. You will walk on lands your ancestors prayed for. You will speak words they were silenced from uttering. You will own what the enemy tried to bury, because I have chosen you to carry what others forfeited. This is divine wealth timing, and you are in the center of it. Psalm 105:44 says, He gave them the lands of the nations, and they fell heir to what others had toiled for. Did you hear that? I give inheritance to those who remain faithful. You have toiled, yes, but now you shall fall heir, not because you strive, but because you steward. And I say again, child, steward this moment, steward this message, steward this mantle. You were never just a receiver, you are a releaser of legacy. So I charge you now, go and build, go and heal, go and write, go and fund, go and transform. Go and transfer what I've given you into systems that glorify me. But do not do it alone. This altar you're standing on, the voice that's guided you through this divine timing revelation, it is part of the army I am raising. Join hands with the mission. Walk with those who burn with the same fire. Become a messenger in my kingdom. Join the God's Messenger membership now through the sacred voice. This is not a label. It's a commissioning. It's a movement, a prophetic community of alignment, fire, and fruitfulness. You are not meant to walk this call alone. Be planted, be sharpened, be seen. And finally, do not let this word stop with you. There are at least 5 people I have placed on your heart who need to hear this. Send this word to them. Family, friends, builders, dreamers, intercessors, pastors, quiet believers waiting for confirmation. Be the confirmation. Be the bridge. Be the messenger. Be the builder. Like this message now, as a final divine act of alignment. You're saying yes to your timing, yes to your mantle, yes to your mission. And child, receive my final blessing, and you will not lack, you will not delay, you will not collapse. You will not return to fear. You will walk in kingdom wealth, timing, peace, purpose, and prophetic authority. Your name is known in heaven, your faith is noted in the spirit, and your time is now. This is what happens when you walk in Jesus, God's wealth timing code. You do not beg. You build. You do not wonder. You walk. You do not miss it. You manifest it. Now go and let the kingdom flow through you.